Feeling good?
Oh, you put that thing on the
So you see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's You see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch. Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Even calling me, asking me about him, you know, and I don't know him from a can of paint. He even mentioned my name, saying that I know what I know. I don't know what he knows, but I do know this.
Something about this moment felt different because Jay-Z never slips up in public. He's built his whole image on staying calm, cool, and quiet. So when that image cracked, it wasn't just gossip. It felt like watching a man finally show the life he'd been hiding for years. And that's the question everyone keeps asking. What pushed him to that point? And what has really been going on behind those famous shades all this time?
It seems to make a lot of people upset, you know, but then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you were one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bro, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years.
This wasn't just a bad day. It looks like years of pressure finally boiling over. No matter how successful you get, you never really escape where you came from. And that weight never fully goes away. Add the pressure of a tough industry, protecting a huge legacy, and always having to look strong, and eventually, something breaks. Even that famous elevator moment wasn't random. It looked like the first flash of a storm that had been building for a long, long time. If you're finding this interesting, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. What do you think was really going on?
Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant
Jay-Z's-
mistress
yeah.
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor.
People like to think that living next to a superstar is easy, but that's not real life. The truth is a never-ending juggling act. Kids, business, cameras, and a world that always expects perfection. There's no break, no days off, and the industry doesn't care how tired you are. So maybe what people called weakness wasn't weakness at all. Maybe it was just a man who had been carrying too much for too long and finally ran out of room.
But they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go, nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce. And I say that, women do have a
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that hell. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops you and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who was
this.
actually carrying his baby while you was spanking it.
And maybe that breaking point was actually needed. Sometimes you can't move forward until something cracks and forces you to start over. Behind those sunglasses isn't just a style choice. It's years of stress, hard decisions, and things the public will never fully know. This doesn't feel like the end. It feels like a new chapter starting, and the whole world is watching to see what happens next.
Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else? Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
That
it.
belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
And half of which dumbass bitch.
So, it's funny that it's crazy you say these
Why
things.
don't nobody want to accept that bitch?
I think
She went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged.
The second that clip hit the internet, it exploded. Feeds flooded, timelines blew up, and everyone had something to say. Some people supported him, some doubted him, and others tried to turn it into a whole story. But none of that really mattered. What mattered was this. For one moment, the whole world stopped scrolling and started staring, because nobody knew what it meant, and nobody wanted to miss what came next. If this is hitting different, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow.
Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her while she was asleep. No snacking on his bitch, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her a restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician and she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people.
You'd think his team would jump in fast, and they did. But instead of being honest, they used the same smooth, careful words. Privacy, personal matters, stay back. Even in this imagined situation, the culture moved like a wall, protecting someone it's always treated as untouchable. And that's why the moment felt so strange. Because watching the definition of cool look vulnerable is like watching a superhero say they can get hurt. Whether it makes him more relatable or changes how we see him, one thing is clear. The story has changed for good.
Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within a week?
No, the next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So, let me ask you.
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's that right there. We're gonna talk about the episode, but for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys
and get arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody up just so he couldn't have a good night.
In the end, Real Emotion hits harder than any song ever could. If this imagined breakdown felt so heavy, it's because it wasn't drama. It was real pain finally showing up. Decades of struggle and pressure can harden anyone, but this moment felt personal and deep. It feels like a turning point, not the end, but the start of something new. The questions keep coming. Who will speak up? Who will stay quiet? And what's already being planned while everyone watches and waits? Here's the real twist. This isn't just about one man. It's about what his moment opens up for the whole culture. Hip-hop has always rewarded toughness. Artists learn fast that showing feelings is risky, that being soft gets you punished. But behind all that toughness are real people carrying real pain. More voices are starting to admit what it costs to always act strong. So if someone at Jay-Z's level lets the mask slip, it doesn't just make news. It gives others permission. Permission to say, I'm not okay, without feeling like they failed.
You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. Don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting.
Zoom out and the bigger picture is clear. People are calling this a turning point for the whole industry. Maybe it's the beginning of an era where artists stop pretending to be untouchable and start being honest about the weight they carry. Change won't happen overnight, especially with older artists who were taught that being open means being weak. But things are slowly shifting. More people are connecting mental health to real strength. And if a moment like this helps make that easier to accept, then maybe this is the conversation hip-hop has needed all along. That's a wrap. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if this meant something to you, and subscribe so you never miss the next one. We're just getting started.